Rocket Nation? Hopefully you guys are having the best day ever in the history of ever. It's Tuesday. And Tuesday means tomorrow I got to go back to work. So today I'm not feeling it. I'm telling you, like I feel like I spend every Tuesday not looking forward to Wednesday. Is anybody else like that? Does anybody else, like, they get to Friday, they're like, yes, gonna be a great day, and like they're already, it's like Friday, even though you're at work, it's like you've started your weekend. And then as soon as work is out, you're like, happy. Saturday, super happy. Sunday, does anybody else sit there Sunday and stare at Monday like, I don't like you. I don't want to have anything to do with you, because that's the way I am on my Tuesdays. For those of you that don't know, I go back to work on Wednesday, and I'm not looking forward to it. But another amazing day of a Black Myth Wukong ahead of us today. Yesterday we were trying to fight, what do you call it? Was it Erlang? Is it Erlang is the name of the enemy, the boss? We got a few tries on Erlang, and I feel like we should, number one, address what happened yesterday in stream. Now that, because I know everybody that's here right now, you're all the real ones and shit like that, and I want to make sure that I say to you guys, I'm sorry about ending stream early yesterday. There was some stuff going on in chat that I wasn't liking, and at the moment that it was happening, I was unable to do any kind of moderation because Twitch charges us now an extra $1 for our subs, takes it, and then takes away our ability to mod when we really need it. So I was unable to mod anything that was happening in chat. There was a lot that was going on in the background here. So if you guys see me sort of fumbling around, it was me trying to moderate chat and just not being able to. So I just want to apologize to you guys though. Everything that happens in chat is it's a reflection of how good of a job that I am doing, because I'm the one that needs to steer chat in the direction that it needs to go. And if things are not going right in chat, it's up to me to make sure that I don't let it ruin any of your guys' experience while you're here. And last night, I did just that. I let it ruin your guys' experience. And then on top of it, rather than find a way of dealing with the situation, which there's other ways to do it, could have done, in hindsight, I was like, man, I could have put it in emote only chat, shield mode, whatever. There was other things I could have done, but I will say it's my responsibility to not let that get in the way of your guys' good time, and I did let that happen. So me and Party are cool now, so sorry for yesterday. Yeah, Jake, I mean, in the long, I want to make a blanket statement. This isn't directed at anybody at all. I just want to make sure everyone's clear. And from now on, I'm going to be a lot harder in this stance than I ever have been, because of a day like yesterday where something happens and it affects so many people that are enjoying the stream. I don't want to ever let that happen again. So anything like that ever happens again, I feel like from now on, I'm just going to like implement, I mean, you guys all know, you guys could always DM me. We're all in Discord together. So I figure like the best way to do it is maybe like a day ban, somebody. If you care, if you want to be back, just get back with me the next day, request to be unbanned. You can do it DMs, however it is. And then just, hey, Rocket, man, I'm sorry about yesterday. And we can just move on and move forward, you know? We always are going to have situations like this where, you know, not everybody, a lot of misunderstandings happen. Like I said yesterday in chat, you know, chat is a weird thing to read. And you can imagine how hard it is for me reading 75 chats. You guys can easily sort of misread each other's chats back and forth. So I love you guys. No big worries about yesterday. Everybody that was involved, we're all going to move past it. We'll be fine. And I just got to let you guys know where I stand, and also apologize to the rest of you guys for letting it affect your day. Hope that it wasn't, the rest of your day was at least okay. I love you. I've been banned before. It's true. Boogie's been banned before twice. Wolfie says it's all good. That was yesterday. Today is a new day, and let's smash it and have an amazing stream. Dude, we're gonna kick the shit out of this Erlang. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Somebody, I believe it was Swaggy. Wasn't it Swaggy yesterday? I believe that was the name. Sorry, Swaggy, if you are here. I believe that was your first time actually chatting, so forgive me. I do believe it was Swaggy, but Swaggy brought up a point. He's like, can't you just sort of finish chapter 5 and then go back, because he thought we were in chapter 5. I mean, actually we're in chapter 6, but I think he makes a good point. Maybe we're not ready for this boss yet. I do want to give him another try. I think we're going to jump in there very soon today. We're going to give him another try, and if maybe it doesn't work out, then we just walk away for a minute. Biz, I'm going to repeat this. Is it going to work? Biz, for some reason you're wait, no, it was Boogie. Thank you so much for the 50 biddies, my dude. I appreciate you. Here, let me refresh Stream Elements. Stream Elements has been pushing for a to install their own software that actually ties into OBS. And it's not actually ever since they've been sort of making this push to install their software that's essentially a plugin that goes into OBS. Ever since then, there's been a huge delay. I think there's issues going on their side with the implementation of that, and then still making everything work as normal. So that's on Stream Element side. But Boogie, thank you so much for the 50 biddies, my dude. He says, kick his ass, Seabass. We're gonna try him probably once or twice, see what happens. If it doesn't work out, it's all right. I don't want to spend too much time on it today because, of course, we do have Space Marines right around the corner. And also, we do have God of War Ragnarok coming as well. And also, I want to talk to you guys about a little something coming up on the 24th. There's actually a game coming out into early access. You guys know how I feel about early access games. But this one I thought was kind of cool. Maybe we can take a look at it. Maybe we can take a look at it today. I'll give you guys a look. See how you guys feel. What is your interest level in it? It was Spuggy. Spuggy, what is up? How are you? Welcome in. Bleeding, how are you? Kind gentlemen, how are you today, man? There was just some disagreements in chat yesterday. That was all. And misunderstandings more than anything is what it came down to. And I let that sort of affect the stream. And we actually ended a little bit early, like an hour and a half early, actually. Yesterday, but it's no big deal. It's up if you do want to see what happened. It's up over on the channel here in the VOD section. But kind gentlemen, how are you today? Good to see you, dude. That's why I stood quiet, says Bleeding. It's all good. Like I try to always like I understand more than anybody, so you can see why I might be a little bit more lenient is because I every anybody. I have. So I'm unlike a lot of streamers out there. I read almost every message. I read like every Spuggy. Thank you so much for spending 5,000 of your rockets to make my eyesight worse. But unlike most streamers, I read almost every. I would say at least 98%. Wouldn't you guys say? Every single comment that comes through, I almost read all of them out loud too. So. Well, now I gotta, says kind gentleman. Drama alert. All right, so I'm gonna actually check this out. So the game that I'm talking about, I believe is called Forever Winter. Is that what it is? Forever Winter. Yeah, I think this is it. So there is an official trailer that came out. Let me actually pause the music real quick. Let me pull up the official trailer. I want you guys to take a look at this. Tell me how you guys feel. Now, this is before this starts. I'll give you guys my feelings on it and see if you guys sort of land the same place as me. Boogie, thank you so much for spending the 1,000 rockets to make that background color. Oh no. Oh no, it's working. Boogie, there's your 50 bits, man. Only 45 minutes late. Thank you, man. I appreciate the 50 bits, by the way, as well, too. You're fucking amazing. I love you. The background color, thank you so much for changing it to neon green. Echo, change studio lights to neon green. Throwing a flashback. It did it. You like how I made my chin disappear? Look at it's gone. Now it's back. It's gone. You know, I just reminded me of Ted. No, I think when you put the stuffing in the wrong spot when you sewed me back up. But will you love me forever and ever? I'm just kidding with you. I don't want to say the rest, but yeah. Sorry, my bad. All right, so here's my thoughts on this game before I show you guys this. My early thoughts are I love the way that they're approaching this game, and they're going to explain how they're approaching it. It's about a 5-minute long video, so this won't take too long. But I will say some of the gameplay looks like, I mean, not even the gameplay. The movement seems a little floaty, a little slidey in spots. And but this is an early access game that really the developers want us to be involved in. And I kind of love that. I love that the way that they're approaching it. The marketing's fucking top notch for it. But let's see what we got here. Fuck you, Thunder. You can suck my dick. I love all the Ted references, right? Thunder bodies. Oh, here we go. Check this out, guys. This is called Forever Winter.
So, here's the deal. These past few months, we've had an outpour of positive reception from you guys around what we're creating, and we really want to get that game out to you sooner. That's why we're diving right into early access on September 24th, 2024.
Right, Metro vibes right away, right?
Everyone who participated in the beta. The team has been rocking around the clock to incorporate a ton of the feedback you guys gave us, and we can't wait.
Let me make sure I'm giving us the best quality as well. I don't want to short the quality. And that's it. Weak. Enhanced bit rate. I got an enhanced bit rate because of premium, baby.
To share the progress. Now, I don't believe anyone should have to pay more than 50 USD for a game. And if you want to support the team above and beyond the initial price point, that is awesome, and we really appreciate it. There will be a special edition with the game's soundtrack and Jason's awesome tunes. But that should be your choice, based on how much you guys dig the game. So the Forever Winter is going to be $27 at early access. There will be 0 pay-to-win solutions.
So we got all kinds of gun customization. AK, you can see all the different parts. So there is customizations to the gun. It actually has weight. I didn't notice that before. And then it shows your damage, your recoil, gives you accuracy, giving you numbers, not saying things like slightly increases your recoil or slightly decreases. But you can see there's definitely some customizations in here as well. Biz, thank you for the 100 bits, my dude. I appreciate it. Did I do that? That might have been on me. That was from yesterday, actually. But still, thank you, Biz. I appreciate it.
Earn your gear via skill or luck, and you will not be able to buy your way into Nirvana. You will never be charged for a new.
So here's one thing. When I see this, I'm like, is this going to be like a hero game, or is everybody going to look the same, or is these just like characters they created?
Character, because that's the way it should be when you.
Let me go back. Sorry, I'll stop interrupting.
You will never be charged for a new character, because that's the way it should be when you buy a game. You will not be charged for maps, guns, additional quests, new bosses, and more. That nickel and diming shit is for the birds. We will charge for skin packs, and any sales there will go to supporting the character team and allowing us to make even more baller characters in the future. Now, why do all this? I fondly remember a time growing up in the 90s when you could go to CompUSA and buy a box copy of Command & Conquer, Giant Citizen Kabuto, or KK&D for $50 or less and be set for months. I'm really hoping we can get back there. Now for the roadmap. We really respect what the homies did with Ready or Not. Having the balls to release Greybox maps into their map lineup was incredible. So we're taking a page out of their book. We will give you one work-in-progress map early, so you guys can scope it out, have some fun, and hopefully give the team some super helpful feedback, so we can make them even more kick-ass.
So it said targeted release date was Q3 of 2024. That's like right around the corner. So they might be going into early access, but their targeted release date can't be more than maybe 2 months away, right? I mean, doesn't Q3 go up to November? So it would be, this has got to be like, what, maybe a month early?
And they drop fully. Taking it one step further.
Q4, sorry.
We want the community to get a chance to vote on which bosses and which features we bring online first in our post-launch plan.
I see. It's releasing new maps. New maps are, this one is targeted release Q4 2024. Okay, I got it.
Anyone who bought the game will get access to an exclusive channel in our Discord. There, you will be able to vote on what or who drops next. The art team and our brothers at Evolve 512 broke our backs to make sure we planned months in advance to give you guys the post-apocalyptic road trip you deserve. And if the game does well, shit. We want to bring this art style to entirely new environments in the future. It's going to be a wild ride.
Q2 2025.
Regardless of how many people play, you will always be able to play with your friends locally and via peer-to-peer hosting. We learned from the nightmares some of our industry colleagues have gone through this past year. So that means no infinite loop matchmaking bugs and no flooded servers where you can't jump into what you just bought. We did this so that no matter what happens, when you buy our game, you can jump in and rock and roll, even if it's solo. If you want to reach out to the dev team, hit up the Discord. There's a ton of homies in there that love Grimdark just as much as we do. Now on a more
I never
somber
played
note,
Grimdark.
these past few months,
Jake,
we
one
lost
sec.
Spec Ops The Line, Project Boundary, and now they are shutting down the Battlefield 3 servers. The reality is, in the never-ending quest for profit, they are closing the gate on some really special games that inspired us. Games cost more now to develop than they ever have, and that means risk mitigation is priority 1, 2, and 3. And remember, it's not their fault. They're a product of their environment. And that's why this year has been so inspiring, to see other crews breaking out of that muck to bring the magic, one ammo belt at a time. Lastly, words cannot express how much we appreciate your support.
Definitely has a
People from
cool
all
look to it, don't it?
nations and all ages have reached out, just to say, thanks for going there and handling the subject with the care and energy it deserves. This means we're not alone in hoping we see a new Killzone, a gritty Battlefield, maybe a new Command and Conquer title that's not a bloody mobile game. But if the response to what we're building is any indicator, maybe they will find the guts to bring those games back the right way. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys in the Wasteland on September 24th, 2024. Cheers.
September 24th.
2025 in the Wasteland.
Where's that other,
And in the meantime, we'll see you guys in the Wasteland.
No, where is it?
Maybe.
Right there. This is the official gameplay trailer of it. I want you guys to see at least a little bit of some gameplay. Before we go, oh Jesus, that was loud. Jenk, thank you so much for spending the 1,000 rockets to change this background color to white. Let's do it. Echo. Change studio lights to cool white.
Okay.
Okay, I did it with a question mark. Is that the one you want? Cool white? You want the yellow white, the dirty white, as I like to call it, the yellow white? Let me know. Let me know. I'll change it if you don't like this one. Whoops, shit. This is okay. All right. All right. So this is the gameplay trailer right here. Now here's where I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm also wondering how big are these maps that they're going to be releasing? Like that spot when they almost looked through the binoculars and you could sort of see like the red dots coming up, almost like points of interest. That would be awesome if that's the way it is, you know? White is not a color, is it though? I feel like white is a color. I feel like white is, maybe it isn't. You know what? I feel like black and white aren't really colors, are they? They're just like the opposite ends of the opposite. I don't know. War, I'm not sure.
Famine. Destruction.
I'm not a color sociologist.
The year is 20XX. Welcome to the future.
Press any key. Do it. I love how gritty this looks. Like the billowing smoke. This no sunshine. This has post-apocalyptic vibes for show.
There is a 4-player sci-fi tactical survival horror shooter that takes place in a future where massive armies are skinning the bones of our once beautiful Earth. You are a scavenger, lovingly referred to as a scav. Within this combat ecosystem, you assume the role of looter and survivor. Trapped between two warring military factions of the future, each with their own objectives. Outgunned, undersupplied, and constantly under attack. You must rely on cooperation and cunning to survive even minor enemy contact. Situational awareness is key in this world. Stop, look.
See what I mean about a little bit floaty? There is first person to it though.
A target missed is a bullet wasted, and not every battle is one worth fighting. Only kill what you can loot and get away with. Every time you open fire, you are ringing the dinner bell. Make it worth it.
I feel like that dude's about to get his head bitten off. Doesn't that give? That's the feel I'm getting.
Deep down in the guts.
Game looks cool. That's what I thought, Bleeding.
Here, and they choose your level because you have.
I like the way they're approaching it too.
Water. H2O brings traders, shops, and allied mercenaries that have your six. If you want to survive, you'll need to pick up jobs from the two warring factions. Be smart about the jobs you take.
See, here's one thing. I mean, you can't see it now because of that. Can I get that to go away? Can I get here? Let's just. So quests, squads, vendors. So in the way that this is looking, and then the fact that there's quests and vendors immediately makes me think, sort of copying what Tarkov does. And I don't like the way that Tarkov does it. I like when I'm getting a quest from somebody for it to be voiced, and then that draws me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to be able to hear somebody saying, "Hey, listen, I need this. You know, we need some scrap out from in sector B, and if you can get that for me, I will give you exactly 4 jugs of water." And then I'm like, dude, all right, I'm into that. Let's do it. When it's a vendor that's like, settle this task for us and maybe we won't forget you, that is uninspired development to me. So I mean, obviously it's in early access. That stuff could be coming, but I don't, it's not a deal breaker by any means, but still I would prefer
the more
voice acting.
A sector,
that's also costs money too, though, right?
And the more dangerous it becomes. The more jobs you do.
Did you just see that?
They will deploy, and the more dangerous it becomes.
Look at all the bodies hanging from the tank turret gun. Jesus. And also the big giant pile of bodies too, I guess we could bring that up too.
The more jobs you do.
Yeah, by Fun Dog Studios, yep.
And the longer you'll keep everyone alive.
Look at the skybox there.
In this world all on their own. So don't be afraid to help others when you can.
That was cool.
Donation stations are made available where high-level vets can share gear with low-level baby scavs. You were in their shoes once.
Smoking meat, says Goops. Just smoking some meat is all.
You can customize your rig. An innovative modular platform that grants you advanced abilities.
They did Horizon Zero Dawn.
Allows you to quickly traverse rough terrain and reach.
They didn't do Horizon.
Turrets allow you to shred.
I know they did Killzone, right? For sure.
And scanners allow you to scout ahead to plan your route. You want guns? You've got them. Modify and upgrade your firearms.
Maybe I just don't know. Bleeding.
Always remember, the more gear and ammo you bring in, the less you can carry out. So spec accordingly.
I knew that they did Killzone. And you can totally see it too. Killzone needs a comeback, right?
It's time to enter the macro city of Lost Angels.
That right there.
Millions lie vacant, while automated underground factories churn out war machines by the minute. As the war rages and destroys the world by day, AI-driven machines nicknamed the Night Shift rebuild by night.
The Night Shift
stalk the streets, dragging the wounded and the dead to be harvested for their organs. Learn your surroundings, avoid patrols.
What?
And maybe you can make it out alive.
Harvesting their organs? Harvesting their organs? That's what it was doing?
Every job has rewards and consequences. The details matter. Make sure to dig into the intel thoroughly before heading out.
So like this backpack that you're wearing is customizable and it determines how much stuff you can carry. Also some of the bonuses that you get as well when you're out in the field. So you customize this backpack to sort of almost fit yourself into a class and also take care of carry weight deal. So the bigger it is, the slower you move would be my assumption.
Missions may include sabotaging faction facilities, collecting debts, and good old-fashioned MDKs. No matter how easy you think the job is, don't get complacent. Things can change at the drop of a casing.
Bruh.
If by some chance you find something of real value, you will be hunted, and the factions will send bosses that far exceed your fire team's capabilities. Take note of their weaknesses and plan your strategy to take them down. Even fully geared, it will require coordination, teamwork, and a bit of luck. There are only 3 types of scavs: the fast, the smart, and the dead. So don't be ashamed to retreat if the fighting gets too hot. Remember, there are no heroes here. Just a few men and women running around in the dark with half-empty magazines. Forever.
Yeah. So that's the 24th. That's early access, the 24th. What do you guys think about that? Should we give that a try? I'm kind of feeling like I want to give that one a try. It would be cool to get in on the ground floor of one of these games and actually sort of follow it along. Here's my only thing. How do you guys feel about early access games? I always feel like no matter what, like when it comes to early access games, I almost feel like by the time the full release is there, if I do continue through an early access game and play it all the way through its development, by the time the final product gets there, I'm in a spot where I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Isn't that like, that's how I feel. Do you guys ever feel like that? Like, that's why normally if we do check out an early access game, I'll get it in early access and then we'll play it for maybe a week or so, and then I dump it and I don't play it anymore because I don't want to, I literally don't want to be sick of it. So that's kind of what we did with Gray Zone Warfare. Like, we played it for a week and then I was like, all right, I get an idea of what this game is. It's fun. Now I'm going to wait. They have an update coming as well very shortly. That's going to add a day and night cycle into the game. So, all right, I'm firing up the game right now. Let me know what you guys think. Is it something that you guys are interested in? Is it something that you want to see? Let me know. Let me know. Say it in chat. If you feel like it, just go for it, says Goobs. I'll be watching regardless. That's what I fucking love about Goobs. He doesn't even give a shit. I could sit here and fucking talk to you guys all day. Goobs would be here. Dude, I could sit here and bake cookies. Goobs would watch it. That fucking guy. That fucking guy. He appreciates me, and I appreciate him for appreciating me. And also for just being him. Goobs, I love you. Let's spray. All right, let's go fuck up Erlang. Let's go give Erlang the business. Let's jump right in. No hesitation today. Like I said, I think we're only going to give him maybe a couple of tries. If I don't feel like we're in a good spot, we'll move on. We'll do chapter 6. And then before we finish the game, like I don't know how they handle the new game plus. So if I feel like we're getting towards the end of the game and I'm like, dude, I don't want to just beat it, then we'll come back, beat him first, and then go back and then do the final boss. But maybe by then we'll have some new equipment and stuff that we can actually use. Ishi says, but could you sew a sweater and make a stream? Absolutely, I could. I could totally do that. That's no issue. Ishi, come on now, it's me. Not a problem. Also, it might have 3 arms and 2 neck holes. All right. I didn't say it was going to be a good sweater. I just said it was going to be a sweater. All right. Okay. So number 1, let's start out and let's think about our build here again today. So yesterday we had kind of decided, I feel like, you know what? This is one thing I feel like needs to go. I feel like this thing can go because I'm missing far too often with it. It does good damage. It does give us more defense, which is always nice, but I don't think, I think we can do better. We can do better. The staff is kind of like, I'm using the staff only because it has 12% crit hit chance. That's the only, we need crit hit chance in order to get our key back, right? Or chi, sorry, my bad. Grammar Nazis, I apologize. So it's a boss is optional? Yeah, this boss is optional. As my assumption, that's my assumption, is that this boss is optional. I mean, this is essentially, we are in chapter 3 right now. We went back to chapter 3 in order to find this boss. So there was a giant pagoda, and as you're completing, you know what? It almost makes sense that you're supposed to come here after chapter 6, right? Because there's 6 murals on walls, and as you complete levels, murals are showing up on the walls to depict those levels, right? So it's almost like you're supposed to come here after, right? Isn't that the way that feels? Wouldn't you assume that if there's 6 spots on walls, 6 chapters, and then this boss fight is in the center, that this is the final boss fight? Wait, is this the final boss? Wait a minute. Has anybody beat the game? Can you tell me if this is the final boss to the game? Did we just skip? No, it can't be. It can't be. Maybe there's something in chapter 6 that is like the that gives us something that's gonna make this boss fight easier too. And I just thought about this, Ishi, as you were saying that. I'm like, obviously it's in chapter 3. It can't be the final boss, but it has 6 spots on the walls, 6 chapters. That probably means we're gonna get something in chapter 6 that makes it. Stone Monkey, what'd you call me? I YouTubed it yesterday and I didn't see this boss show up. Okay. That's all I'll say. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool then. All right. So we need our crit chance because we need that for cheat, but I think we're going to get rid of the Wandering White. There was the monkey, right? The monkey. Let me read some of these. Take the form of rock solid and strike and deflect them. Take the form of Father of Stone. Release 2 powerful roars that shake and damage surrounding foes. I don't think that. Fungi Woman. Isn't this the one that heals us too? Spores that hit the foe can return and recover health. Yeah. Crash into the foe as spores rain down. Commander Beetle. This is for more poison. This is the rolling one. Take the form of Opramana Bat. Leap up into the air to evade attacks. Then send forth 2 freezing gusts to deal frost damage. The target will be frozen in place. Ooh. Ooh. That would be like... Wait. If this thing can one freeze the boss, like if I can just hit it with this and the boss freezes, that's like having another one of our immobilization, right? That could be useful. This doesn't give us any kind of extra shit though, right? Like we get nothing from that. It's on the list. Groot, what up though? Yeah, that might be useful. Damage reduction for a short duration. I'm gonna take from non-pure. You know, I almost wanted. Let's give this a try real quick. Just real quick. Let me go up here. Let me just go up here. This is probably going to be a death for sure. Why did I lose some health there? Oh, maybe we, yeah. Before.